today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to actually improve at Fortnite. This new season dropped and people want to get better since they want to get earnings, reach Unreal, or just want to be better players. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to reach your goals at becoming better at the game. On to the main reason why most people don't improve or improve very slowly is because you are most likely not focusing on getting better. You probably just hop into ranked every day and aren't improving your fighting, builds, or game sense. Doing that won't get you far in the long run. Most pros are pro is because they can point out their flaws in their own gameplay and are serious about getting better at the game. It's not about how much you play, but how effective you are when you play. As an example of proving a skill I need to work on, let's say I struggle using this edit after I shoot an opponent. This edit is one that pros like MARTOZ use, just to let you know. One way that I would try to improve like any fighting skill really is hop into a free-for-all map like MARTOZ Turtle Fights. I have the code on screen now. You can practice a skill you struggle on, and also this map will be useful for bringing all the skills together I show you later in the video. As you guys can see in the background footage, I'm going for this trick since it's the one that I want to improve my skill on, and that's what you guys should do as well. If you guys aren't doing well in a particular skill, just do that till you feel like you have it down pretty well before you can do other stuff in this guide. Before we move on to the next way to practice, I would like to say thanks to all the support on my very first video. You guys are amazing, and my goal is to hit 500 subs and I will gift one random person any item they want in the item shop. So subscribe, it really means a lot. Now anyways, let's get back into this video. The next map I'm about to show you guys so you can improve at the game. It will help you with your aim. Aim is extremely important in any fight, close or long range or even mid range. And a lot of people's aim really lack. They have good mechanics but they have bad aim. And the map I'm about to show you guys is just really good for your aim. I have the code on screen now. And in the aiming section, there's different modes depending on your skill, where the target can move slower or faster. And there's also a building section, where you can use the free build. And in the free build section, there's a spot to change the speed of your game. So if there's a trick you can't do in normal speed, try learning it slow down. Thing is with free builds, when I look at bad players' free builds, though they are doing random edits and the builds that wouldn't benefit them in a fight, which is way less effective way of free building than doing things you would actually do in a fight. Instead of trying to hit quad edits and just random stuff that you wouldn't actually do, you want to do more protective edits and not make yourself really wide open, because that will signify that you can fight better. And this would also be more useful to you in a fight since you're practicing something that you would do in a real game fight. Then there's a piece control section, which is one of the most important skills in the game. If you don't know piece control, then it will make you much harder to win fights. While doing these drills, it's very important that you set up a peak for yourself so you can shoot but not be shot. These drills can be very useful if you do them properly. You can set up goals for yourself while doing them, like say you'll stop doing them once you get each drill perfectly, or do each 3 times. Now we have a different map which will help you with your crosshair placement. Code on screen now. What crosshair placement teaches you is the shortest route to take while editing a build, since you don't want to move your mouse or stick more than you have to make an edit. So while you're doing this map, you should follow the red arrow to have the most optimal way of doing a specific edit. And the reason crosshair placement is so important is it allows you to edit faster and be more consistent on hitting your edits, since the less your crosshair moves, the less chance to mess up. Now onto being able to put all these skills together by learning how to fight better. Since if you can't fight and put the skills you've learned together, then there's no point of actually learning these skills if you can't apply them to your own gameplay. First tip I have about fighting is something you guys probably won't want to hear, but losing is learning. If you're losing, that means that you can learn from what situations you've been in. Most pros win their fights because they've been in that same situation before and know how to react and play in that specific situation. So you need to just learn and adapt to each situation that you've been in and try to remember what to do in that specific situation if you end up into it again. Since there's a lot of different situations in Fortnite, but there's also a lot of common ones. If you can master the common ones, it can make the harder ones a lot easier to master as well. And you will win more fights, and winning more fights gives more rank percentage and more points, so it's all around just good for you. When you hop into solo ranked, you want to just W key everybody. It doesn't matter if you lose rank percentage, because if you're not losing, then you're not learning, since there's always going to be somebody better than you. If you're W keying every person you see, of course it has to be smart W keying, because you just can't just play really dumb, because that will never win you a fight. But some games you will die and you can learn how you died in that situation, because if you W key every game and you don't lose, either you're the best player or you're not doing something right, since somebody's always better than you. Unless you're Peter Bot. That kid's insane! Same thing if you're playing creative with a friend that's better than you. They're gonna outplay you in ways you haven't done before, and that will be a really great way to learn. And also turn on replays. I know a lot of people don't have them on since it hurts your performance, but if you're trying to get better, I'd rather have a less performance and be able to actually review my gameplay than having better performance and not being able to. Next tip about fighting is applying pressure. You have to apply pressure so that the opponent cannot heal, because if they can heal, they'll give them upper edge in the fight. And you want to have your enemy overwhelmed and make dumb mistakes, like say leave a wall unedited, because you just want them to be overwhelmed and make some mistakes that you can take advantage of. Ways you can apply pressure is by spraying or pickaxing their wall. Pickaxing your wall can be more dangerous though, since if they do a quick edit on you and you're not ready, you can easily lose that fight. Also, you can just try to phase a cone or ramp in their box to make them panic, and like pre-box their sides to limit their ways that they can escape. And you just want to apply as much pressure to get them overwhelmed to make a mistake that you can capitalize on. Next tip I have about fighting is confidence. You need to be the more confident player. If you're nervous sitting in a box because you're scared that you will lose the rank percentage, that's going to be one of your downfalls, since a better player can just take advantage of that. And if somebody's taking advantage of your weaknesses, that will just be one easy way that you can lose the fight. Like all the stuff that you've practiced with today's video, you won't be able to do if you play nervous and sit in a box and don't take fights. Since if you don't take fights, you can't apply your skills. And if you don't apply your skills, you'll get worse at them. So it's all about just applying and not being scared. Like all the stuff that you've practiced with today's video, you won't be able to do if you play nervous and sit in a box and don't take fights. Since if you don't take fights, you can't apply your skills. And if you don't apply your skills, you'll get worse at them. So it's all about just applying and not being scared. Next tip that I have that I even need to work on myself is to not panic. Because if you get cracked and you start panicking, then the enemy will just rush you. You need to be able to get return damage in any fight, since that will allow them to back off and let both of you guys heal, which can make the fight a fair fight. And if you fight at a disadvantage, it's more likely that you're gonna lose because you're at a disadvantage. So try to just apply pressure back and try to do damage if you get cracked. Try to crack the opponent if you get cracked. You just want to do counter damage to let both of you guys heal. Since if you're the lower health player in the fight, then that's a higher chance you're gonna lose. Since a lot of opponents, they get overly aggressive once they crack someone, since they think it's gonna be an easy kill, and they'll make a lot of mistakes since they're just trying to rush in to get that kill and not trying to let you heal. So you can capitalize off those mistakes and be able to win the fight a lot easier if you can just get that counter damage. Since if you're confident while getting cracked, then you can 100% get that counter damage on. That might be the difference if you win or lose the fight. Two really good ways to go for counter damage are to either pre-fire your opponent while they're smacking on your wall, or edit your wall while they have their pickaxe out, since it will take longer for them to switch to their shotgun and shoot than it will be for you to just shoot, since they're not prepared for it. Also, when you get cracked, make sure to make multiple boxes. You don't want to just die while you have a lot of mats. Use your mats to your advantage to make multiple boxes to get more pressure off of you, since they have to go through each box to get to where you are. If you made it to the end though, thank you so very much. Jeez, like watching the whole video through, that's really meaningful. Second video and first one, you guys absolutely blew up. I really appreciate that. If you guys could subscribe, because I'm going that giveaway at 500 subs and we're almost at 200, so we're almost halfway there. Well, I'm sure we'll hit it soon. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this point, see you.